Beautiful Monday morning. Wadau, karibuni sana. My name is Katela Macy. Welcome to Monday Blitz. And as you all know, I'm not always alone. I'm joined by Papa Freda Rocho, Surambaya Rosafi, the beautiful Miss Annette Washira, and Coach Kabethi. Leo siwezi blanda. You guys mko poa? Your weekend has been fantastic, kama yangu. Well, last week we lost, not last week, last week actually, we lost Baba, and I believe sisi wote tunamkumbuka sana in the world of sports. Arocho, Baba alituacha.
Yeah.
Pande ya sports.
He was quite instrumental. I remember one time I shared a forum with him. Kenya, I think, was playing Zambia, and he came a bit late, and the match commissaire was really complaining. He came about 5 or so minutes late. The game was to start like around 4. And when he arrived, the matchcom was really on his case, but he said, "I'm here now." And the matchcom smiled. It shows that he was in connection. He was quite connected to the game, and he really loved the game. Rest in peace, Jacom.
Miss Annette Washira, nakumbukaje Baba?
Personally, mimi sikuwa na interaction na yeye, but I had the opportunity to interact with some Gor players over the weekend, and one of the things they remembered him for is always standing up for for their matches, especially the big matches. And one thing Baba would do is he would come, yes, mnacheza FC, for example, angekuja wape 1 million na FC 500. He would never leave the other team dry. And you know, being a Gor patron, it means that you know all your energy, all your resources are on Gor Mahia. But for him, he would come, Gor ikidro na FC Leopards, they split the prize. So for me, that was a big deal, so a big thing. R.I.P. bana.
Coach Kabethi.
Yeah, I'll just say R.I.P. Enigma, in addition to what I wrote
To all what
Annette have added.
Now, history has been made, guys, with the Nai boys, vijana wake Muyoti, after walipambana na Tunisia penalties, and it has been the first ever team. The last team was Gor Mahia back in 2018.
Yeah, sure.
Arocho, did you ever see this coming, that Nai boys wataweza kufika hapa, being that they were promoted?
Of course.
I'm quite deep in Nairobi United. I'm part of that team. I'm so proud. I've been in that team for the last 4 years, but I was not expecting Nairobi United to make it past 12. Though after the first leg where they won 2-0, indications were coming their way. But I watched the match and I was so impressed with the way they kept their discipline, tactical discipline on the game. Though they dropped their guard in the last second where they conceded the second goal. But the goalkeeper made amends. He blundered, if you ask me. That was his goal. I think he confused Lennox Ogutu with virtually the last shot of the game, where he came, and I think the communication was not that seamless, and then they conceded the goal. But kudos to the way they played in the penalties. It shows courage. And to the country, we've moved to the next step. Tanzania in the last 7 or so years were coming through what we are coming through at the moment. Currently, Tanzania have 4 teams in the group stages. They have Simba, they have Yanga, they have Singida, they have Azam. So basically, these guys have come of age. We need to have more teams either in the Champions League group stage, where Police lost, though they have an appeal which I think we'll discuss as we proceed. But my point here is that for Kenyan soccer to grow, we need to have many teams in the group stages in the Champions League, the Confederations Cup, so that we can have that confidence. I liked the way Nairobi United played yesterday. They were full of confidence. You could not believe that this is a team that a season ago were playing at Toyoyo. So it gives the country some breather, some fresh breath, and I believe that we are going to have even more in the subsequent seasons coming.
Miss Annette Washira, you are in support that Nai boys will do this thing?
Let me just start with congratulations. They really played, okay, in my opinion, they did their best. They played well, they frustrated Etoile. Etoile were the better, in my opinion, because they were home, they had the home advantage. Yeah. And so they were expected to at least win. But in the first half, they really frustrated Etoile. They actually were the ones who had more chances, in the first half, they had more chances to score. Duncan Omala missed. Ovelo Cheng also missed. And then unfortunately in the second half, I think they dropped their guards. Also very important, Etoile fans are rowdy. And then they were flashing rays on the goalkeeper. Like if you were watching that match, you would see spots of green on the keeper. But they really held their ground. I was so disappointed because Naiboys was scored in 90+6 from a very disgusting chance. Because what happened is the ball it came from the defender. It was a long ball. The long ball ikaingia kwa box. So vile iliingia kwa box, keeper ka decide, mi wacha niende. Kuiende, and a 12 player just stepped in front of him, lobbed the ball behind goal. And then now penalties. Me, in fact, I didn't watch the penalties. I was scared because the keeper for Nairobi United, alishika pena ya kwanza. Then the keeper for Etoile also saved. After that, I was like, But other than that, congratulations to them. They've made history. They also have a very good keeper in goal. Duncan Omala has scored, I think by now he has about 3 goals. Ovelo Cheng is also on top of his game. So all the best to them now that they're in the group stages. Sasa hapa ndio mambo ni moto.
Yes. Coach Kenkabedi, you as a coach, what do you think Naiboy walifanya different that
first and foremost is to congratulate the team. They've made history as the only debutant in Kenya that have gone to that stage and they have qualified for the group stage. What did they do different? I think it's not necessarily like different, but what they did well, they took advantage of the home match in Nairobi. We took that, and that saved us when we went there. Though yesterday's match, the team tried to play psychology with the Nairobi team. I give Nairobi congrats. If you've seen some videos, they've been trying to play some dirty magic tricks with the Tunisia, kumwaga chumvi kwa post na nini. But that did not distort ama kutoa wachezaji wa Nairobi kwa game yao. And as I have said and Annette, they maintain very good tactical discipline. Unlucky for Kevo, the goalkeeper Kevin. 30 seconds, kidogo angefanya what he did for the 90+ minute, maybe. But yet again, we were talking with the Roach in the morning and we were saying the gods they have really faced on Kevo because he also made amends and he ended up as the hero, so from the antagonist to the protagonist. So congratulations to the team.
Well, congratulations, Nai boys. Now, it's only 90 minutes before Kenya makes another history, Harambee Starlets. We also what happened at Nyayo Stadium. I was there when Harambee Starlets were facing Gambia. Wakapiga about 3-1, safi kabisa. They did a fantastic job. Arocho, second leg is being played tomorrow, Senegal. Yeah. Do you think tutawapiga? Because what I saw on Saturday, on Friday. It was on Friday. I believe our girls have what it takes. Arocho.
Resilience. They considered an early goal.
Yeah.
In soccer, character is measured. I think it's one of the very few team sport that character is tested to the limit. The fact that Kenya considered an early goal and they came back and the confidence really started streaming in and they got their 3 goals. In my opinion, she's called Lorraine or something. She just had a bad touch and that's why she lost the ball and they conceded the goal. They could have considered a goal. Yeah, sure. For me, Gambia were nowhere in that match. I think they had only 2 shots on goal, if you ask me. So I'm seeing Kenya qualifying once again. And this time around, I don't just want the ladies to qualify. We need to win matches in Aucon. The last outing, we just soaked in goals. We didn't really come out strong. And I think for us to move to the next step, we need to convincingly participate in that tournament in terms of winning games. And if you remember well, the Dogos of this world made their name when they played the last edition. So it is going to give an opportunity, a very good platform for Kenyan ladies to showcase their talent. I like what I'm seeing, and once again I'm saying it, that if there's a team, a senior team in Kenya that will participate in the World Cup before the other, it is the ladies team. So I'm seeing Starlets winning in Senegal. The advantage there is that both the two teams are playing away from home.
Yeah.
And I'm not expecting a huge crowd. Well, there's a crowd. The last time I was in Senegal, the Kenyan community in Senegal is quite huge. So I'm expecting the Kenyans to really be in that match to cheer on our girls. And yes, we are going to Morocco. And if God wishes, I'd like to be in Morocco to be part of history.
Team is Annette Wachira.
First of all, I'd like to thank the president. He really gave them a lot of motivation.
Yeah.
Before the match, they were given 5 million cash. So that, and after the match, they were given an additional 5 million. So that's 10 million and another 1 million if they win, which I know they'll win because they're not playing in anybody's home ground. So I think that played a big part. One of the biggest issues with that Starlets team is remuneration. There's been a lot of small issues, hatukulipwa, hajapewa allowance. So that really motivated the team. Also, I'd like to point out Fasila Othiambo, the Kenya under-20, the graduate from the captain from the Kenya under-20 team.
Yes.
She really did a good job, you know. Even being on the score sheet, from an under-20 to the senior level and playing at such a high level and playing with the likes of Dogo who have played abroad.
True.
So kudos to her. Then also, now that they've won at home, I really doubt that they would go, like what Nairobi United have done. They took advantage of their home ground. Also, Kenyans really turned up. For the first time I saw, the pitch was not full. It was almost to capacity. So congratulations to Kenyans for supporting. Yeah, and I know they're going to go to Alcon, and I know they're going to do well. I believe. No, I know. And also, it's been, 9 years since we went there? So, I know they're going to make history.
Coach Kerkabedi, uko na imani?
Yes, the last time we talked that, told you your faith, I'm one coach who always believe in, I've seen what Coach Belding does, and she's a very, very good coach. She did wonders. Of course, let me tell you something, Katela, before that match started, the fact that Aquino was benched,
Yeah.
Yes.
I tell you for free, where we were like, personally understand why the coach benched her, but I knew if the results did not go in the team's favor, she will have gotten a lot of backlash. But yet again, that proved the prowess of Coach Belding. Congratulations to the whole team. Promotion of the under-20 players to the seniors. Leadership of the likes of Akine Ngotsi, Lilian. All the best for them tomorrow. What I'll tell them is they should not put their guard down tomorrow. They should go as if they're the underdogs and try get the best out of it. And big thanks to all the Kenyan fans walitoke hiyo game, and as Rocha said, mafans wote wa Kenya wako Senegal tutoke pia hiyo game.
Let's hear what Coach Belding Odemba had to say about this match.
The girls are motivated to win. They're motivated to win because they want to play the next WAFCON. It's been 9 long years. It's going to be 10 by 2026 when the WAFCON will happen. So there's that urge and hunger to qualify for WAFCON.
Time always the best. So kila kitu ina happen kwa reason. So ni football, sometimes unaweza kuwa juu, sometimes unaweza kuwa chini. So for me naweza sema kwenda on loan pia imenisaidia kupata playing time, na pia imenisaidia kuinua timu yangu ya taifa vile vile pia, unaelewa. So at least your game time imenifanya nimeonekana yule dogo mwenye maybe watu wanajua.
Now, yesterday, Gor Mahia thrashed Posta Rangers 3-0, and Kogalo fans, manze, if you at the stadium, I was at the stadium yesterday, Nyayo Stadium, kila mtu alikuwa anachukua kitabu when they were, and then on top of that, everybody was paying a tribute kwa kitabu, talking about Baba. Even the 80th minute, it was announced, this 80th minute is for Baba. Mafans huko wamewasha torch and everything, and on top of that, won 3-0 against the league leaders Posta Rangers. Arocho, jana, did you expect Gor Mahia wataweza kupiga 3 because these goals came in the second half? Yeah, they came in the
Well, it shows the kind of team that Gor possesses at the moment. The individual talent that is at Gor Mahia. I think I said it when Gor lost, I think the first or second match, I said that it's just a matter of time. I think the coach didn't really understand his team. Then he was not really fielding the team the way he ought to have done. But you could excuse him that, because that, I think, was the first or second league match that he was in charge of Mahia. I'm expecting Gor Mahia to perform even better in the course of the season. And if in any case they are going to win the league, Gor should represent us in a better way in the Champions League next season. In a better way, what I mean is that now Gor Mahia is not a team that should just be playing in the preliminaries. Gor Mahia should be playing along his contemporaries. That is Simba, that is Yanga, that is Orlando Pirates. Those are Gor Mahia's contemporaries. So I believe that in any case, because they did a very good signing, and it's now paying off. You're seeing the kind of quality that Gor Mahia is having at the moment. So I'm not seeing a real opponent of Gor Mahia. I was at ODM 20 in Mombasa. They had very good players, not with them. Remember that time the national team had traveled to play Cote d'Ivoire, and a good chunk of their cream de la cream players were not in Mombasa, and yet they could still win that tournament. So it is a challenge to Gor Mahia that they have to live up to the standards, live up to the expectations, and in any case they win the league. Once again, I'm going to say, winning the league for Gor Mahia is nothing big. They need to start making their existence in the Champions League something that is a kawaida, like what we are seeing with Yanga and Simba. Yanga and Simba are always in the group stages. They start getting worried when it's in the quarterfinals or the semifinals, but not missing out in the Champions League group stages.
Mr. Netwashira, a lot of people were saying yesterday that Posta Rangers waliachia Gor because they were mourning Baba. You saw the first goal from Ben Stanley. First touch, it was a goal. The second goal, goalkeeper, ni kama alikuwa na attempt Austin. And Austin did that thing. And then the third goal, Musa Mohammed was outpaced. To Mr. Netwashira.
I think going into this match, Posta Rangers were coming without a loss. They were also previously on top of the table. So people thought, okay, fine, your title contenders, Gor are title contenders. This is going to be a big match. First half, Posta Rangers really frustrated Gor Mahia. I think they also had similar number of chances on goal. When I was watching that game, I was like, okay, in the first half, it's a really balanced match. I can't say who will win, who will not win. But in the second match, the second half, they really let their guard down. So, unfortunate for them, Ben Stanley, super sub, Balingia, first touch, first goal. Yeah, and then I also really appreciate what Gor Mahia did for Baba. The celebrations, the wakamwachia kitu kwa presidential dais, wakamweka shati yake na the hat. It was a very good thing. 80th minute, there was a flashlight. Yeah. I mean, wow. They really did a good, they touched me. They really touched me. And it was a very good, a very beautiful way of honoring Baba. And also winning three goals to nil against a team that was topping in the Premier League. Right now, Kakamega Homeboy is sitting at the top. So congratulations to Gor. I think this season they are title contenders. They are really playing well. They have I don't think I've ever seen a Kenyan team with this much depth. You have Kibwage, you have Sili, constant starters. You have Bandi on the bench. You have Siraj on the bench. You still have Ochuoga. Like, the defense is fully packed. The midfield, Morrison is starting. I mean, you can bench Alpha. They're playing, also, Austin can sit also on the bench. So I think this season, what I felt they were missing is an attacking force. But with Ebenezer, Ben Stanley's on the bench and anaingia first touch anafunga. So this season, I'm almost 100% sure with the form Police is having, Gor Mahia might just win the league this season. Police.
Coach Ketka Dogo.
Yeah.
Wow, you want Mathare to win the league? Also I watched the game APS Bomet versus Kariobangi Sharks. Kariobangi Sharks wanacheza ball ile yenye they are playing European football, but the problem is they don't have attacking guile in front of the keeper. They are not lethal. So Kariobangi Sharks scored, I think, in the first 10 minutes. They had so many chances up to around the 60th minute. APS Bomet scored a free kick. Within the next 5 minutes, they scored their second goal. The game ended 2-1 in favor of APS Bomet, handing APS Bomet their first win. Look at Tusker. Tusker also got their first win. Well,
I think Charles
becoming
anamuomba Mungu akifesi.
Alikuwa karibu kulia this time.
Okay, before Coach comes in, I think Tusker should rethink about that team. You know, I've never seen Tusker being at the bottom of the log.
I think we are coming to that. We have a special segment about Tusker. We are coming to that. Coach Ken Kabedi, about Kogalo. Yeah.
Congratulations to Gor, and I'm super happy and proud how they immortalized the enigma in that match. And it's good to see such scenes in the Kenyan football. It shows, apart from football, we are also humans, and we have heart, we have love within us. Yes, Gor might have depth. Good squad, Katela. I don't deny. They broke posters unbeaten. However, Gor Mahia are our next opponent, the Giant Slayers.
What's your prediction on this? Let me just ask you this. My producer, take this. Tafadhali, hii nikatie. What's your prediction?
Okay. Mathare will win against Gor Mahia.
Speaking from Shabana experience.
Giant Slayers.
Before we move on, we also what Arsenal did, but I think let's talk first about Tusker. Tusker won their first match jana with Chelsea. Okay, kidogo hivi Chelsea ilikuwa naenda home.
Lakini Kipaito alifunga bao ya mwana.
Me personally, I think that Tusker FC should be dissolved. The kind of resources that is behind that team, and you are last on the log. And even winning against Muranga, for me, there's nothing to smile about. There's really nothing to smile about. An organization like Tusker. Tusker used to dominate Kenyan football. When we're talking about Gor Mahia's prominence in the league, unless you don't know much about this league, you should also be mentioning Tusker. Yeah. We are still talking about Tusker winning against Muranga, and that becomes story, some headline. Surely, guys, I think if there are two teams that they really need to reassess their management, their football management is Tusker and Bandari. You know, I'm looking at the financial support that they get from their sponsors. Bandari is sinking more than 100 million every year in that team, and yet that team has never performed other than when they won the cup. I'm coming back to Tusker. Tusker needs to up their game. Whoever is managing that team should not be proud of himself. Yeah. Because I looked at the log. Tusker is at the bottom of that log. And yet you have everything that you need to do. So let's not mince our words, guys. Tusker needs to up their game. If they cannot up their game, then they need to change that management. Because for me, I think it's the management at Tusker. We used to have Obinyi there. With all, he might be having his shortcomings. But when Obinyi was there as the CEO, the team was strong. The team was, you know, a contender. At the moment, Tusker is a pretender.
Hata hiyo.
That's the truth. Hapo kidogo.
Me, you know, the problem with me,
Yeah.
that's why the number of people who love me and the number of people who hate me, they come as an I'll tell you the truth. Tusker FC management should look into that team. Wezi kuwa tunashinda
Something
Moranga.
needs to be done.
You are winning against Moranga and you are celebrating?
No, even
But I think
Shabana.
I think coach alifurahia because kazi ilikuwa inaisha ya Rocho. So
we are not, unajua mimi hapa.
It's
For
not
me,
about
Tusker is not about, you know, with all due respect to my friend Okere.
Yes.
Tusker is not about Okere. Tusker is a brand, guys. And when you go to their books and see the amount of money Tusker as a brand is sinking in that team, and then unanambia unaenda kuchukua 3 points in Moranga.
With this energy, with this oomph that you still have, Arocho, what happened over the weekend? Mathare United, Shabana, kuliendaje? You said it, Coach Ken Kabedi, please.
First and foremost.
Wacha nimalize Arocho. You said pale kutoka Estadio First na point, it's very
guys.
first they got 3 points. What?
You cannot ask me a question and answer it.
No, I'm just what happened? What happened, Arocho?
You know, I'm a sportsman.
Yes.
My team Shabana lost. Congratulations to Mathare United. I'm not the type of people who I'll cling into dreams ukidhani zitawak. No.
Yes.
Congratulations. Things are not well at Shabana. I don't know what's happening, but I believe in the subsequent matches we are going to perform well. Because now we've lost 2 matches.
Playing AFC, actually.
At home. Santona de la Gusi. That's never happened.
Coach Ken Kabedi, before I come to you, Miss Washira, Kabedi, magic gani mlifanya pale? How do you call it?
Estadio de Gusi.
Santiago de la Gusi.
What happened?
You see.
Because a lot of us were surprised that the kind of football Shabana played, Mathare mliwapiga. What happened?
First and foremost, this is greatness. It has even made Arocho change the name of the stadium.
Wow.
He has changed the name of the stadium. I think it was Estadio de la Gusi.
Santona de la Gusi.
No, last time you said Estadio.
No, that is how they pronounce it.
Anyway, I congratulate the whole team led by Coach Kamau. I think Mathare, we had prepared so well in that match. Luckily, I'm able to see what Mathare do in training. So the plan was largely just to ensure Shabana their midfield do not play. And then luckily, Michira is out. So for some reason, it's as if Shabana do not know how to play without Michira. So that is assisting us, or rather it assisted us so well. So we are 3 points away on the road. Next is Gor Mahia, who we hope will also take another 3 points. We are currently position 5. Though Shabana wako juu yetu na goal difference ya bao moja.
Okay. Mr. Neto Ashira.
Serious?
Because I remember last week you really bashed Coach Ken Kabedi that Shabana will beat Mathare United.
Things change. Mishira got injured. Mishira got injured after that. So I think this game week has been interesting because Shabana lost to Mathare. But what is happening with Shabana, if Mishira is out, because Mishira is one of those players who will look for the ball, who will go get the ball and score. With Austin Odongo in the striking force, there is usually, and then if you're a good team, you block out the midfield with Ovimbali and Ngolo, there will be no supply. So when there's no supply, and it's almost the same thing we saw with Tusker. Once they blocked, in the second half, they brought in subs who blocked out the midfield, denying Austin Odongo supply. So once you deny Odongo supply, you don't score. And now without Mishira, who is able to go get the ball and score, Kubaya. And you know, this weekend, Shabana, this game week, they're playing against FC Leopards. FC Leopards got their first win this weekend. So,
Mambo ni ngumu.
Mambo ni like.
No, but we cannot lose 3 matches in a go at Santona de la Gusi. It has never happened. So for FC Leopards, get ready.
Get ready.
But you know, this season is a season of so many firsts.
yeah.
Even this weekend, there was a lot of so many fans. So Arocho next weekend.
Ikelele is because Mathare won against Shabana.
Yes.
Something that
Wow,
has taken long before it happened. But
But
all
check
said
our
and done.
record, Arocho.
Guys, all said and done.
And Mathare is playing, we're playing Gor this
Gor Mahia
weekend.
10 FC.
Yes, for Shabana, I pray and hope that things will get back to normal because I don't remember the last time Shabana lost twice at home.
But you've been in
On
this
a row,
season.
on a row. Even when we were on the NSL.
This season
we've
you've
never
lost twice.
We've already lost twice.
Yes, and the third one is coming.
I think we'll be here with you guys on
Yes.
Monday.
We'll be
We'll
here.
continue that discussion. Now let's move international kidogo. We all thank God my good friend Innocent Mutiz is not here because najua tungepumua sahi asubuhi. We also what Arsenal did, and Kenyan branch, Arsenal fans, Kenyan branch, they paid tribute to Baba, and I think even after that waliweza kuwai. Right now they are leading the table with the 22 points. Arocho, do you think tunaweza kusema Arsenali watachukua hii kitu ama it's too early to goje December?
I watched the first 5 Arsenal matches and I said it on this show. In fact, many couldn't believe that Arocho is now supporting Arsenal to win the league. I saw the kind of energy that Arsenal has, the kind of firepower, the kind of bench power that they have. For me, it's just out of this world. But I still believe that Arsenal as a team could have done something to their top fan in Kenya, Raila Amolo Odinga. I still believe that they ought to have done something, even within their social media platform. They should at least have done something because, of course, they know that we lost our former Prime Minister and he was a fan. But that's a story for another day.
They visited
No, that is the local chapter
But
that
also
did that. I'm talking about the team.
I think politically it's not allowed.
No. Even in the social medias, just to indicate that our top fan, rest in peace. That's why I talked about the social media platform. But that is a story for another day. I believe that Arsenal are doing so well. And you know, in football, once you start winning, that mentality at times gives you an edge over the rest. They didn't play well over the weekend because Arsenal currently are scoring 2 goals plus. But I normally say that in soccer, you'd rather not play well, but get your points. And that's precisely what happened with Arsenal over the weekend. It took Arsenal 33 minutes before they had a shot on goal. But they won the match. Ultimately, what counts is the 3 points. So this is, for me, is one of the worst matches that Arsenal played in terms of shots on goal and even the goals they eventually got. But they got their 3 points. So this is an indicator, is a statement for me from Arsenal of intent of picking the league this season.
Ms. Anita Shira, about Arsenal fans wakivisit what is it called? Kango Jaramogi.
Yeah.
Arsenal will visit.
Well, I applaud them for taking the initiative to do that. I don't think there are many teams who do that. So for them, congratulations. Also, AFTV did a post on Baba. A friend of mine made a very interesting post, and he said, Raila has been in this earth for 80 years, and he was unfortunate not to see a Champions League. So maybe this year, maybe this is the year. So I think I applaud them for doing that, for honoring Baba in that way. So I don't think this was Arsenal's worst match. I think for me, Arsenal's worst match came against Manchester United, the first game of the season. So for this game, I think they knew Crystal Palace really frustrates Arsenal. Not now, even if you look at the head-to-head stats, Crystal Palace really frustrates them with the likes of Giehi. So for them, what they decided to do, funga bao, pack bus, but not pack bus in the conventional way. If you look at even the substitutes that were made, after they scored their goal in the second half, they played more defensive football than attacking football. So for them, I think Arsenal is in that season where ni bao na 3 points. Anything else is none of our business. Whether we played well, FC say they played better than us, it's goals. So for this season, Arsenal are serious. They've not been serious in the previous seasons. Even if you look at the depth. Saliba got injured, Nani came in. What is his name? Forgotten. but they have so much depth in that squad that Saka can come out, Martinelli anaingia. Odegaard is not playing. Eze is filling in those shoes very, very well. So I think this is their season. I'm not going to say they're going to win. I'm just saying this is their season to prove that they can win. Fortunately for City, we lost, and just like that, I feel like...
Just andike hizo points chini. Now, Coach Kabethi, let's not talk about Arsenal game yesterday against Crystal Palace. Tribute, our fans, what do you think? Is it a good thing? Vile walifanyia Baba, ama at least even Arsenal Football Club, kidogo, they would have made a post. You know, Baba ni jina kubwa.
It's a very, very good thing what the fans did, because Baba was proud Arsenal fan. He was ever proud of that team. I think in his life he even visited the stadium. Yeah. I think even maybe watched a match. So it was publicly evident that he's a fan of the team. So what the fans did is it's amazing. And yeah, unfortunately, as Aneta said, he has not seen Arsenal in the Champions League.
This is the year. And,
Probably.
And I don't think, Ruth also being an Arsenal fan, I don't think even he'll ever see them win a Champions League.
Painful.
That's
something a new fan would say.
But you know, there's nothing new under the sun at the moment. No matter how they perform well, there's nothing new under the sun. No, they always start well. They always start well, like in this season. They start, even now, the cycle is the same. They're starting well, and then it's now one goal, then we go to a draw.
So in December, you've said the table will change.
No, unfortunately, they've started creating a gap. What people don't realize is how you win the Premier League.
But there's nothing new under the sun. They have done that.
I think coach is not looking at something here. Arsenal are currently doing so well, yet they don't have any opposition.
Yeah,
sure.
The reason why Arsenal will win this league might not be necessarily because they are perfect or they're excellent on the pitch. It's because there's no resistance.
Yeah.
Look at who the teams that we thought could give them a challenge. Liverpool, the wheels are now off. Look at Man City, the wheels are off. Now, apparently, the team that was an underdog, Manchester United, is now creeping.
No. It's unfair. Today you're seeing my new fans.
Yes. It's not about being a fan.
Miss Annette, Coach Kabethi Arocho was saying something very important.
Yes. You know, you spoke in silence. My point here is very, very clear. Look at the fact that after Manchester United winning 3 straight matches, they're now in the top 4. Category. It shows very well that there's no resistance, and that for me is the reason why Arsenal is going to win this league. If Liverpool was challenging, if Man City was challenging, then perhaps look at the Arsenal's challengers, Sunderland, Bournemouth as their challengers. For me, that one indicates, because currently Arsenal is on top of United. How many points?
6 points.
No, 8. On top of United. 6
points.
Yeah. Now 6.
2 games.
Yes. On top of Liverpool. On top of City. And those are contenders.
6 points.
Those are contenders. For me, that is what is really giving me the scare. It is a scare for Arsenal to win the league, but it's a reality. It is a reality that is soon dawning. But for me, it's a scare because I've never looked at Arsenal as a serious team.
They're serious this year.
And being a Manchester City fan, do you think Arsenal, because the way they are coming, the way Arsenal are coming in, they're coming in hot.
Unfortunately, City played a back 3 yesterday. You don't play a back 3. You don't play a back 3 against Aston Villa. So again, tumerudi ile season ya Pep is overthinking.
But who is saying that?
No, anyway, me I'm talking as a City fan. No, I'm talking as a City fan.
The reason why I have a problem with her even finishing what she's saying.
Okay.
You know, that should be an internal issue.
It's an internal issue that I'm voicing as a fan.
That we don't need to discuss in public. For us, you lost.
It's okay. I'm talking about the loss. So I think, unfortunately for us, we're going back to that cycle. That cycle of we win, we lose. And the problem with City is we're very unpredictable. We go into matches with Haaland. Haaland will score 2 goals, then drought. 2 goals, then drought. And then the only good thing I think is a lot of our injured players are coming back. We saw Mamush on the field yesterday. So good, we are making a step. And then also, we've been here before, as Coach Ken Kabed here has said. We've been here 3 seasons actually. Arsenal, they'll be on top, they will give you a 6-point difference, but in Africana January, and I don't know what happens. But this year, I know it's different. This year it's different because they have depth. What used to happen in the previous years, Saliba Momia, all of a sudden they're being scored. So
remember last year, last season, Aston Villa beat Arsenal home and away. Waliwashika hivi, waliwazuia sana. But this year, Arsenal ilipiga Aston Villa. And the same Aston Villa beat Manchester City.
No, but you see, we drew, listen. If you look at Arsenal's head-to-head, let's look at it. We deal with them, Liverpool beat them. So it's not necessarily that a team that beats us and wins and is beaten by another team means that we're a small team. No. Look at Brighton. Brighton beat us. Arsenal beat them. But Brighton generally top. They played bad football.
When you hear a fan struggling to convince you.
I'm not saying
No, she's struggling. She's really struggling to
I've said Arsenal
anyway. Man City, the
are
wheel
really,
is off. Kubali, the wheel is off.
Let's talk about Manchester United now.
We are coming to Manchester.
Thank you. Thank you.
Coach Ken Kabedi, yesterday Man City and Aston Villa. Prediction yako ilikuwa gani?
Funny enough, that game I did not have a prediction, but I had the obvious fan feel. City not to win. And
thank you.
Aston Villa frustrates us. It's a thing. It's common knowledge. People know that.
You know, as Rocha said, Annette will try to explain, beat around the bush. Well, the truth is, your drought
has
is
begun.
There, and it will be there for a while. And yenu unasema tuko juu yetu, mko juu yetu na
goal difference. But
do you want to say something before we move on?
Yes, yes. I think if we're looking at contender, City is still a big contender. For this reason, Manchester United are at the top of the table for the first time in how many matches. This is the first time they're winning three games back.
We are not top of the table.
Top of the table is top 5. That's what I mean. That's what I mean. So I think for City, we're still the only contenders for that match. You cannot. I will not say Sunderland is a title contender. It's the beginning of the season. We're just 9 matches in. Bournemouth is not a title contender. So the next title, the people who are contending for that title, it's Man City. And I think we need to up our game. We need to be more consistent with wins if we want to catch up. I had said there are only 3 points between us and Arsenal. If yesterday we won, we would have maintained that distance. But now, like Liverpool, what happens is if you create a gap within the first 15 matches, if you create a 6-7 point gap, the possibility of winning, and we've done it, Man City have done it, create a gap early on, maintain the lead, go on to win. Same thing with what Liverpool did last season. Create a gap early, go on to win. So Man City is the only team that is tasked with making sure that gap does not exist, because Arsenal winning is a nightmare. We will not survive this team. And Manchester United finishing top 4, it will be a feat.
Oh.
Well, Mr. Neta, Shearer will surprise you maybe this season. You might be surprised. It's only 6 points up on Yoma, me being a fan of Manchester United. Now, what's happening? Vijana onslaught, Liverpool. Well, they are wanapigwa left, right, and center. Man,
you know,
Brentford, it was so, I never thought that Brentford watapiga Liverpool 3-2, you know. Something has been happening, I don't know. Some are saying, mitandao vile, some are saying, onslaught with the squad, hawezani nayo. Some are saying last season, Jurgen Klopp gave him a squad that you malizia. So people are saying that maybe onslaught hajalewa kikosi. Arocho, what do you think is happening at Liverpool?
Well, first I'd like to say that I was so surprised. You know, I was on Radio 47 until around 9. So when I left the studio, I didn't watch that match. I didn't really concentrate. I didn't even know that they lost. So on Sunday morning when I went for my workout, it was when somebody's trying to, I'm wondering what is this? But coming back to that loss, I think onslaught is being exposed. I normally say that soccer is not an event, it's a process. Even when you're doing well, whatever is plowed is a process. And for you to drift back, it will also be a process. So basically what his predecessor left was seen last year. So now, if you ask me, is when now we are really seeing the real works of Ansot. But they also lost a very instrumental player in the accident. For me, that gap, Diego Jota, is being felt. And they also did some, they released a player, I think it's Diaz, yes. That they really ought not to have let go, because up front now they've lost two strong characters in Diaz and of course Jota, who lost his life in an accident. So basically the team is being exposed. Even in defense, I've seen Van Dijk being quite shaky. I've never seen him that shaky. Well, I didn't see the match against Brentford, but the match they played before Brentford, he was really exposed. Chelsea. And you remember there was a season that he went the entire season without being exposed. And I think his statistics were so up there that we felt that he was a superhuman as a defender. But now they're being exposed. I still believe that that's another reason why Arsenal is going to win, because I thought Liverpool could give a good challenge, and yet they're losing with the likes of Brentford.
Which can Kabedi? What's happening, Liverpool?
I think, just like as Rocha said, the previous season was more of the former's coach job. As a coach, I think maybe what Slot would have done would have more or less like have an overhaul of the squad or release some players, bring in some new players. Why am I saying this is because Liverpool has won more or less like everything. So like there's some hunger that is not in the team. So at that point, try to look for players who can bring the energy, have that hunger, maybe gel with a few there. That is just my thinking. I only think that they're in a bad space, and hopefully they'll come back, but maybe that coming back, maybe let it be delayed for some few more weeks.
Oshira.
Liverpool are really disappointing me in the sense that we should be frustrated in Arsenal, but they're being beaten by Brentford. So I watched that game, and the one thing I've been saying about Ancelotti is that he's really fumbling with his changes. Isak doesn't start, Ekitike starts. Ekitike is subbed. Salah starts. Salah doesn't start against Galatasaray in the Champions League. He starts against Brentford. He doesn't perform well. Yes, he comes out with a goal, but you see, there's a lot of criticism around that player because he's not giving his best. I want to argue with Coach Ken about an overhaul. He's inherited a winning team. Ni kama amepewa leakage. Mbona siitumie? So instead of overhauling, there was a mistake with Diaz. I don't think he should have sold him. He sold him for 80 million to buy Isak at 130. Minus maths. You see, so I feel like for him, what he would have done is, if he was planning to do an overhaul of the team, he would have done it slowly. I mean, yes, you lost Trent in the transfer window. Don't bring somebody like Trent. Bring somebody who will hold back the defense. We've seen him play without a right back, forcing Szoboszlai to come back to the defense. I mean, I wish he transitioned that squad slowly. Retain Diaz. If you want to bring Isak, fine, but don't kill your attacking power. Gakpo has been a standout player for me because every time he enters the box, like most of the chances created by Liverpool and most of the shots on target were coming from him. Because every time he came into the box, he attacked and he tried to score. Unfortunately, Salah is having a terrible season. What he's doing 007 in assists. He's not assisting. He's anapotea. Gravenberch is really struggling at the back, especially because Konate and Van Dijk are not as solid as they used to be. Van Dijk actually is starting to give me Maguire vibes because he's scoring more than he's defending. He's conceded more goals. He's scoring so many goals, but he's not defending. So I think for Ancelotti, two things. The transition was too quick. Isak is not match fit. And number two, he's struggling to defend. He lost that game. That game ended 3-2 because Liverpool were trying to bring a comeback. So,
kidogo itakuwa ni ngumu. Now, let's move to El Clasico. Yesterday, Real Madrid versus Barcelona. I think at least my prediction came in through Gigi. Arocho?
I hope we will discuss United. You know, we've not discussed
Let's talk about El Clasico. Give me
El Clasico. I was part of the team that did the commentary on Radio 47. I think that that glamour that comes with El Clasico, personally, I'm not seeing it. The kind of energy, the kind of brilliance that I used to see when Iniesta used to be part of an El Clasico, when Messi used to do his magic. Basically, I didn't see it. But coming back to the game, I think Barcelona were somehow unlucky, if you ask me. Dominance without conversions, for me, is being unlucky. They had the possession, but they could not really. But it would. I don't know what really happened in that match. There was a lot of temperatures really went high, and I also predicted a red card in that match. For me, I didn't see an El Clasico. I didn't see the flair that I see, the kind of competition. You know, competition and fist fights. They're two different things. That competitiveness, I didn't see it. But kudos to the winners.
Mr. Toshira.
I think I'd side with him. There was more out of the pitch drama than in the pitch performance. So, congratulations to Real Madrid. Personally, I didn't watch that match because there were a lot of build-up matches to it. So, I think congratulations to Real Madrid. Somebody was telling me that this could be their season to finally outsmart Barcelona and win the league. But for me, there's a lot of drama around. There's a brawl between Yamal and Vinicius. You know, I think sasa tumefika the battle of the heads. You know, who is the thing with Spanish football is about who is the best in the league. It's more of individual brilliance and team brilliance. But kudos to Real Madrid for giving a good performance.
Coach Ken Kabedi, ulikuwa Real Madrid ama Barcelona?
Kama kawa, hala Madrida. But as Arocho said, I think Barcelona were quite, not much, but quite unlucky in terms of possession. But as a coach, I've also been in spaces whereby I dominate possession, but in terms of goal conversion, I'm on the losing end. And I think Madrid kind of showed they really want to win. They had most shots on target, and they ended up carrying the day. So congratulations to them. And it was quite a bad scene seeing side shows taking show of the beautiful sport. So as a coach, I will always support sportsmanship. So whatever happened is a bad image that I don't think should be repeated again.
Well, we have less than 1 minute, and I'll give this opportunity to Arocho. You wanted to say something about
Yes, of course.
We are winding up.
Unfortunately,
closing
only
remarks. Just 1 minute.
United 1 minute.
Yes.
But Sawa, we will take the 1 minute. Before that match, Brighton had won 6 out of 7 against United. Look at the fact that Brighton had more shots on goal, 17 against 13.
Yeah.
United is coming back. But in my 1 minute, I also want to bring in Police FC. I think CAF will react. The problem with CAF is that they are normally, I don't like the way they make their decisions. They make their decisions, and at times they are very slow to react. Police had a complaint, and a very genuine complaint to that matter. The registrations of players, the Sudanese side had registered 14 foreign players, and they had them on the match sheet. And the regulation within Sudan, they can only register 10. But the 14, you look at Article 16, Sub-Article 2, it says very well that you only play players who are eligible to play in your league. So CAF, it's your time. You and tupatie verdict.
Okay.
Ile tu kutupotezea baboya. Give us the verdict.
Papa Fred Arocho said, CAF tafadhali. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it has been the Monday Blitz. Thank you, Arocho, Aneto Ashira, and Coach Kabedi, a.k.a. Makati. I'm Katela Mason. Good morning.